At this time, I'd like to introduce our valedictorians. There are 5 this year who have achieved the highest possible academic record.
It feels as though we have been given an impossible task. There's simply no way to express what these last 4 years have meant in such few words. And maybe that's not due to the lack of time I have up here, but rather comes down to the fact that some things are simply beyond words. But if I had only one word to sum up what I have learned at college, it would be this: surrender. I have a few more words, so I will elaborate. Surrender to the will of the Lord and let go of your own ideas of what that should look like. I never could have imagined that this is what my college experience would look like, and I would not change it for the world. I remember reflecting upon my high school graduation, and what really struck me then was the fact that in life, change is what is constant. And little did I know how true that would become in the next 4 years. We have all been changed in this time, maybe in ways we never would have expected. For some of you, that may have looked like losing friendships or changing majors, breakups and new relationships, shifts in perspective and new ways of life. Know that even, and maybe most especially in the hardships, you have been formed. There's a temptation now to not want to leave, to dread the upcoming change before us. But we were not meant to be stagnant. We must go out into the unknown before us, knowing that the Lord will continue to surprise us in more ways than we could ever imagine. That, I think, is one of the most beautiful parts of life. I cannot wait to see what is in store for all of us. Thank you.
One of my favorite poets, Mary Oliver, has a line that I return to often. It reads, "Instructions for living a life. Pay attention. Be astonished. Tell about it." I thought we might take Mary Oliver up on her invitation today, as we both reflect on the past 4 years and look forward at the future. Let's first pay attention to the small gifts of a Benedictine College education. When I pay attention, I am struck by the hospitality of my professors, who made themselves available on random Thursday afternoons so that I could barge into their offices just to ask my newest burning theological question. I'm reminded of the joys of deep friendship, which made lingering in the cafeteria just to say one more beautiful thing so easy. I think of intramural sports games, 10 a.m. Abbey Mass with the monks, and study breaks taken at the lookout, gazing out at the beautiful bluffs of the Missouri River. From there, the astonishment actually flows quite naturally, because all of it is gift from a good giver who loves us very much. Now, as we move beyond the walls of Benedictine into the far-reaching corners of the world, we get to tell about the beautiful things we experienced here. That's because Benedictine isn't only a place we come to, it's also a place we come from. It sits with us and is lived through us, so the whole world gets to receive this great gift too. So, dear friends of the class of 2024, I repeat, pay attention, be astonished, tell about it. Thank you.
The last time I adjusted that mic, I broke it. So you don't know it, but I did something really brave there. Good morning. It's still morning, right? I entered the commencement fugue state, so forgive me. But thank you, Dean Shankman, for that wonderful introduction. And thank you, fellow valedictorians, both in retrospect and prospect, for your beautiful comments. I suppose gratitude is a fitting place to start a farewell. So on behalf of the class of 2024, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all the parents, family members, fellow graduates, faculty and staff, and everyone else gathered here today. You have given us more than we deserve, and you continue to gift us today with your presence. You cannot be thanked enough. I was told about 2 days ago that I'm one of the valedictorians, and I was also told 2 days ago that this means I'm supposed to say goodbye. Fair enough, but I've never been good at goodbyes, so I decided to look into the past for examples. And when I think of exemplary goodbyes, I think of, and I know this is what you're all thinking of too, so say it with me on the count of three. 1, 2, 3, Abraham Lincoln's 1861 Springfield farewell address. His words are much better than mine, so if you will tolerate it, I have slightly modified the aforementioned Lincoln address, and I deliver it to you now. To the class of 2024, my friends, no one not in our situation can appreciate our feeling of sadness at this parting. To this place and to the kindness of these people, we owe everything. Here we have lived for 4 short years and have passed from young to somewhat less young men and women. We now leave not knowing when or whether ever we may return, with a task before us greater than that which rested upon Washington. That one probably isn't true, but dream big, guys. Without the assistance of that divine being, whoever attended him, we cannot succeed. With that assistance, we cannot fail. Trusting in him who can go with me and remain with you and be everywhere for good, let us confidently hope that all will yet be well. To his care commending you, as I hope in your prayers you will commend me, I bid you an affectionate farewell.
Hello, everybody. Quick shout out before I start. My 92-year-old veteran grandfather made the trip for my graduation today, so can we get a quick round of applause? Good morning, everybody. When I was asked to speak today, there's something that repeatedly came to mind, and that was the first time that I set foot on this campus at Benedictine College. I remember I set foot on campus, I stood at the base of the Raven Walk, looked up at the breathtaking view, and I immediately thought to myself, it's a lot of stairs. Okay. Despite this, I completed my visit, was absolutely captivated by the academic and spiritual opportunities that this institution provides to young people like me. I fell in love with the college, and the rest is history. Today I stand before you, having made that last final walk up those stairs yesterday. And today, I'm reflecting upon my 4 years here, and all I can think of is, who would have thought? Who would have thought that I could learn so much about the sciences, but even more about myself? Who would have thought that this tiny town in northeastern Kansas would house the most wonderful people I could have ever had the pleasure of coming across during my time on this earth? And who would have thought that Benedictine College would become one of my hardest goodbyes? Well, that's the beauty of it. It's not a goodbye, okay? Today we close our chapter of college, but the remainder of our book is watermarked with the Benedictine Raven, and I am forever grateful for that. So to my professors, to our professors, I want to say thank you for those of you that pursue the success of your students. And for those of you that had me, if your goal was to change the life of at least one student, I want to say that you've met that quota, so thank you. I want to say thank you to my entire community around me for supporting me and being the best cheering squad a guy could ask for. I want to say thank you to my parents who have showed me a lifetime of support and just allowing me to come to an institution as great as Benedictine College. I want to thank the college as a whole for providing a place for young people to have all the resources to chase their dreams. And finally, I want to thank the class of 2024 for some of the most memorable years of my life. I love you all. We did it, guys. We're graduating today. We arrived as strangers, but we leave as an indestructible family. So, God bless. Who would have thought? Love you guys.
It is a gift straight from the Lord to be in front of you today. I'm grateful, I'm humbled, I'm happy, and I'm a little sad because there's a lot that we're going to miss. I know I'll miss seeing the river of students that flow down the hill every time a mass at the Abbey lets out. I know we'll all miss when the OMAC gets so full that people start sitting in the aisle. We'll miss singing our fight song together. We'll miss hearing the noon bells chiming. More than anything, I will miss seeing your faces. I will miss the joy that you greet me with on the Raven Walk. I will miss making you coffee, and I will miss being your classmate. So there's a lot to say goodbye to. But also, what if there isn't? Class of 2024, what I propose to you today is that when you receive your diploma today and you walk out of these doors, you lose nothing. The Lord has reminded me in prayer the whole year that every single thing that we love about this college, it's because we long for Him. The college's phenomenal landscaping is really a reminder that God is beauty. And if you're really weird like me and you really love school, it's probably because God is truth. And this family that we've built with people we didn't even know 4 years ago, it just shows us that God is so good. So I believe that the one thing that you actually really love about Benedictine College is the exact one thing that you get to take with you forever. You do have to say goodbye to your friends. You do have to say goodbye to your professors. And I have to say goodbye to you, which I don't really want to do. But we never have to say goodbye to Jesus. So class of 24, I want to challenge you. What if when you find yourself missing Benedictine, but before you call your old college roommate, before you email your old professor, and before you book that flight for homecoming 2025, what if you just took a moment and you prayed? Spent some time with the Lord, thanked Him for all the gifts. I think that in a very simple way, this could change everything. As Pope Benedict XVI said, when we let Christ into our lives, we lose nothing, absolutely nothing of what makes this life free, beautiful, and great. Benedictine College, class of 2024, I love you so much. And I will miss you so much, but not as much as you might think. Because every single day, for the rest of my life, I'll see you in the Eucharist. Peace.